fellow friends and compatriots. This game was initially founded by 3 dedicated Xbox Muslim players, Anthony the IRA, St. Bark, and Minecraft, following the collapse of our previous project, Fredericksburg. To ensure anonymity and a fresh start, we adopted new identities under the House of Elwall. I became historical Abe Lincoln, Anthony became historical George Wallace, and Minecraft became historical Nathan Redford. We had initially doubted that Chancellorsville could surpass Fredericksburg's peak of 60 simultaneous players, a notable achievement in the Xbox Muslim scene at the time. Yet through our efforts, we achieved a battle with 90 players within a month, exceeding every expectation we had for the game. The game saw fluctuations over time. However, in January of this year, we had succeeded in elevating Chancellorsville's reputation once more by encouraging more engagement with the developers and community, and spearheading an effort to rebrand Chancellorsville altogether by trying to push aside racism and discrimination and trolling in general. Eventually, these efforts would push us to max out the Roblox servers. We would need to have entire new servers with a brigade there to fight non-existent players of the other team. However, staff decisions and many other things, such as shifting the game's setting to the War of 1812, led to a loss of players and stalled this progress. To counter the decline, I attempted to take on leadership roles, first as President of the Union under Jimmy Carter, and later for the Confederacy as Lyndon B. Johnson. I attempted to renew the energy and stabilize the community. However, subsequent leadership failed to sustain these gains, allowing the game to slip back into its prior state of decline. Following the departure of co-founder Mr. Historical George Wallace, staff and I sought to replicate the successful approach that created Chancellorsville in the first place, by creating new accounts and launching a new game, For on the Shore, which had everything Chancellorsville lacked: updated technology, systems, and a commitment to reducing toxicity. Despite its promise, insufficient effort, lack of traction led to its failure. When Chancellorsville was reopened, to my reluctance, it continued to decline across every single measurable metric. While I explored integrating the advancements of For on the Shore into Chancellorsville, I recognized that this would not resolve the issues systematic in Chancellorsville: the toxicity, the antagonism between developers and players, and the leadership within the nations themselves. I acknowledge my contributions to these challenges, including the creation of unnecessary staff roles and delays in addressing a culture of antagonism and discrimination and development, which diminished the game's appeal. Therefore, I am stepping down as developer of Chancellorsville and for my role on the board of operations at the LaQuint Dickey Mining Company. I trust the game's future to Nathan and wish the community and its new leadership success. Thank you.